everybody, welcome to my chemistry project today. Actually, I'm making body butters today, and so I thought that I would let you guys in on the behind the scenes. I have my laboratory notebook, so I'm bringing this back to my chemistry days where I write down my recipes, and then I have my whole plan laid out of how I'm going to get started. So if you would like to learn how to make body butters with me, then please stay tuned in. I am recording this both on Zoom and on Facebook Live. If you'd like to get on with me on Zoom, let me know, and I will put the link for Zoom in the comments. So now I'm just gonna open up, you should see my setup here. I have the laptop here, I have my iPad so that I can be able to respond to any comments that you have. And I realize that my head is cut off and I don't like that. So let me try and fix that. Okay, so not really working. No matter what, my head is cut off, but that's okay, because what you really want to be able to see here are my tools. So first and foremost, I have my oils and my butters that I'm going to be using for our body butter extravaganza. Then I have all my beautiful essential oils, because I'm going to be making a few different fragrances. So I'm going to put that over to the side. And let's go over the oils that you're going to need to make your body butter. So the things that you will need is a weight for solids and liquids. You'll need a few containers. So here I have some glass containers. Glass is ideal, especially if you're going to be using essential oils. So I have some glass containers here. And I have pure 100% organic avocado oil. I have some beautiful jojoba oil here. I have some baobab seed oil. I have some tamanu oil as well. And then I have 100% pure and natural yellow beeswax. This is going to give the butter a nice consistency. I also have shea butter from Ghana and cocoa butter here. So these are what we're going to use for our butters. Basically, we need the beeswax, the cocoa butter, shea butter, and then I'm going to use jojoba oil, avocado oil, and baobab. So these are the ones that we're going to need. And I ordered the bottles like this, I ordered from Aromatics International. I actually really love them as a company, and I love their sourcing and sustainability. So I really appreciate them for my supplies. I did order the shea butter and the cocoa butter and the beeswax from Amazon, just because I have Amazon Prime and it was easier and more cost effective. So feel free to do your own research. There are some really great companies out there that you can go and get your butters through. So just so you know, I am recording on 2 different platforms, so I will be looking to both cameras. So when I am not looking directly at you, know it's because I'm looking at another screen. Okay. So what we need to do first is we need to tare our receptacles. So tearing means that you zero it out so that once you put your butters in there, you can get the real weight of that butter. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn this on. Right now it's set to fluid ounces. I want it to be set to grams, so I'm gonna change the units to grams. Then I'm gonna put this glass container on there. It's 199 grams. And then I'm gonna tear it. So now it's 0. So now it's reading as 0 and I don't have to worry about that at all. If you have any questions as we're going along, please feel free to type those in the comments. And I am pulling up the comments now so that I can be able to see. Okay. If you're on with me, please go ahead and say hello. I would love to know that you're here. For my friends who are watching the recording, I'm so grateful that you're here. Please feel free to comment when you come to this video if you have any questions, concerns, or whatnot. Okay, so we've just teared our glass receptacle, and the first oil or the first ingredient that I'm going to use is the beeswax. So I'm opening up the beeswax. Oh, the other thing I wanted to show you guys are my beautiful glass stir rods. I'm so excited about these stir rods. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Pili Bailey. I am a chemist, I'm a yoga teacher, and I am an aromatherapist. I am getting ready to make some luscious body butters that are going to be so luxurious and delicious for your body. I have a couple of different essential oil recipes that I'm going to use, but to make the base, it's all going to be the same. So what I'm going to cover now is just how to put the ingredients together, and then I'll come back and show you how to actually put the finished product together. Sound good? Okay. So let's see. So my first, I want 28 grams of beeswax. So I'm just gonna measure this out, see how much that is. Uh-oh, it turned off on me. Guess I was taking too long. All right, so let me dump that out. So that's a problem right there. This little guy decided just to, all right, let's see. Okay, we're gonna tear it one more time. All right, so here we go. I'm gonna put in 28 grams of beeswax. So that was 7 grams, 15, 18. All right, we're at 19 now. Let's add a little bit. 23, 24. Let's see, can I do it? These are actually very light. I didn't expect it to be this much. All right, so now we are at 26 grams. We're going for 28, 27. And let's see if I can help this along. And 28 grams, there we go. All right, so we have our 28 grams. Actually, now it's went back to 27. Let's try that. All right, now we're at 28 grams. And so then I'll just set that to the side. Then I'm gonna add the next ingredient. So that's cocoa butter. So this one's gonna be a little bit more challenging because you can see that the cocoa butter is really quite solid at room temperature. The cocoa butter is really quite solid at room temperature. So it really does make this a lot more difficult, right? It does make this a lot more challenging to get the right amount. So what I'm gonna do is I have my knife, and I'm just going to start to cut this off. Now remember, I'm only looking for 28 grams. So I really do want to make sure that I start with smaller portions. Sorry guys, but this is the reality. All right, so let's find out how much is that. Oh, that was 28 grams exactly. Oh my gosh, look at this, 28 grams exactly. All right, so I'm feeling pretty good about myself here, people. All right, so, and then I will probably, since I ripped this bag, I'm glad that they gave it to me in 2 different bags. I will probably end up transferring this to an airtight sealed container just to make sure that it stays nice and well done. Good. All right, so now we're gonna look at how much we need of the shea butter. I'm gonna jump to the shea butter because I wanna do my hard ingredients first, because these ingredients I'm going to transfer to my hot water over there, my double broiler, so that I can actually melt these down. So again, I need 28 grams of shea butter. So let's see if I can do this exact like I did the other one. Oh, 22, that was pretty good. 24. Okay, so I only need a little bit more. Hopefully this is enough. Uh, 27. Oh my goodness. So that was really, this is going to be harder to get just exactly 28. Let's see. There we go. 28. Awesome. All right. So now we have our solid ingredients. So this is 28 grams of shea butter, 28 grams of cocoa butter, 28 grams of beeswax, okay? Now, the next thing that I'm gonna need is my avocado oil. I'm gonna do the avocado oil next because I want to, and it has it's the most. So again, I'm tearing it to, welcome to everyone who's watching too. Once you come on, can you just give me some, you know, just say hello and let me know that you're here. And that's really great. All right, so now I'm going to pour 56 grams of avocado oil. So here we go, let's see. And I gotta go, all right, so that's, oh no, I got some on the tear thing. That's not good. All right, so here we go. That was 9 grams, 34, 41, and we're going for 56. So here we go. Oh, 52. Can I do this? Let's see. And sorry for you people that are watching on Zoom. All right, so I have slightly more than the avocado oil. I have 59 as opposed to 56. I'm gonna go with it, and we'll see what happens. The only thing that can really happen if you have too much of the more liquid portion of the butter is that it will be a little bit less firm. So that's the only thing that will change. It's just gonna change slightly the consistency, but that shouldn't be a problem. All right, so now we're gonna get 1 ounce of jojoba oil. So 1 ounce of jojoba oil, and if you're just joining me, I like to get my carrier oils from a company called Aromatics International. I really like working with them. I really trust their products, and they actually make a beautiful chemical-free, scent-free lotion that I just bought that I'm enjoying. And what's beautiful is I can make it my own scent. I can just add my own combination of essential oils. So I really do love that. Okay, right now I'm at 21 grams. I need 28 grams of jojoba oil, so working on that. 24, 28 exactly. Okay. And now, so just recapping, if you're just watching, we're making body butter. This is a recipe that I got from Aroma Head Institute, which is the aromatherapy school that I have been in to get my certified aromatherapist certification. And this is a beautiful, luscious body butter that you can use. You can make all kinds of different aromas that you can put in these. So we're just basically making the base for a body butter. The reason that I want to make my own body butter is because I just got so tired of reading the back of packages of things that I put on my body and having them be, you know, super huge chemical names that I know is not coming from a natural source, but is coming from, you know, something that's been synthesized in the lab, lots of polymers and thickener agents that are being added, skin penetration enhancers and preservatives. And I just wanted to reduce my toxic load. So that is what I'm all about. I'm all about being healthy and holistic in all of the ways that we can. And so, you know, I decided, hey, I can make this on my own. I can, and I feel much more safe and secure making something for my body that I know all the ingredients that I put in there, and that many, if not all of these ingredients, I can actually ingest internally and not, you know, have a problem. So I'm grateful that I have the opportunity to do this, and I'm grateful to be able to share this with you because you too can make your own body butters. You don't need to be a chemist, although I am, but you don't need to be a chemist to do this. And you can just, if you can cook in the kitchen, if you can follow a recipe, then you can make your own home care products for you and your family. And that can just give you a peace of mind, right? And I know that my head is cut off, and that's super frustrating for me. So I apologize if it's frustrating for you too. All right, so last oil is the baobab. And does anybody have any questions when you're watching? Can you go ahead and let me know who's on with me? I would love to just be able to say hello to you. So if you're watching here at during the live, please feel free to just say hey so I can say hello back to you. All right, so this is my baobab oil, and I need 28 grams of this. So I've already tared it. Ooh. Is this a dripper? Oh, this is a orifice. It has an orifice reducer. I guess it comes out pretty fast. And many of these oils were in the, I don't know, $15 to $30 category, depending on how much of it that I purchased. And because I knew that I was going to be making a lot of these, I went ahead and got the bigger sizes. So, okay, I'm at 25 grams. Got to keep an eye on this so that I don't, and 28 grams. Okay. And again, I apologize to you that are watching here on the computer because you can't really see what I'm doing, but I'll hold up each thing so you can kind of get an idea of what it is that I'm doing. And all right, so now we have all of our oils. And so the next thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the solid oils into a double broiler. It's a makeshift double broiler, and go ahead and melt them down. So I'm just gonna stop the video because you don't really need to watch me melt the butters. And I will come back once they are nice and melted. So just giving you the steps. I'm gonna put in first the beeswax because that's gonna take the longest to melt, then the cocoa butter, then the shea butter, and I'm gonna stir those around with my beautiful new little glass stir rods. And I'm gonna put that, basically I'm putting these into, so my makeshift double broiler is a metal bowl. So I'm going to put it into a metal bowl, and then I'm going to use a stir rod to stir it. And the metal bowl will be put on top of a pot that has some water that I've been boiling so that it'll be nice and warm, and that steam is going to heat the metal bowl and help to melt my oils without it getting burned or scorched. All right, so if you have any questions for me, let me know. I will be coming back on live to show you what the end results are, and then we'll play with putting some essential oils together for our luscious body butters, okay? All right, thank you guys for tuning in. All right, so I'm ready. I have my heated oil, and I'm gonna pour them into my little 1 ounce jars. There we go. Beautiful, beautiful body butter. Now, generally, there's 2 ways you can do this. You can pour the butters first and then add the essential oils after, or you can add the essential oils first and then pour the butters, okay? I'm choosing to do the former. So I'm pouring in, and I'm just doing that right now because it's already starting to solidify. You can see that it's already starting to solidify, so I want to get this into the jars as quickly as possible. Probably if I was doing this and not doing it for video sake, I would have already put my essential oils together. But honestly, guys, this is my first time doing this. And so I'm going to be taking notes in my handy dandy little laboratory notebook to figure out, okay, this is how I want to do this. Now, I have some concern because you can see that this is already starting to solidify. So all of that solid is the beeswax. So then my question is, how much of that beeswax actually is in our butters? So I'm going to spoon feed the beeswax into the containers because I want to make sure that we get the hardening properties from this beeswax. So, this is not an exact science, but it is a fun science. And if you like to make things, then you definitely want to give this a try. And especially, during season of giving, when people are looking for ways to give gifts that mean something, I definitely think this is a good way to go. All right, so I'm going to turn this down so you can see what I've created here. Here are all my little containers, and you can see that some of the butter has already hardened. So what is going to be super easy for me to do is if I want to make sure these solidify again, I can always just pop them into a dish with hot water and let them melt again. And that's what I'm going to do, okay? And then I have a few different recipes for essential oils that I'm planning to add, and I will let you know that in the next video. So I hope this was helpful for you guys, and I will see you later. Hey guys, all right, so I'm back. Hopefully you've seen the first 2 videos where I am teaching you how to make a luscious body butter. I wanted to show you the final product after it's cooled, and you can see that it has a beautiful consistency. It's nice and buttery, and it just really comes out really well on the skin. So I'm just going to show over here to this camera. It's just a beautiful consistency of a body butter. And I love these little green glass containers. They're just wonderful. So like I showed you in the first video, the first 2 videos, all I did was put the ingredients together and melt them down. I mentioned in my last video that generally when you're making the body butters, you want to put the essential oils. One way you can do it. Hi, Lula. Thanks for tuning in. One way that you can do this is by putting the essential oils into the container first and then putting the body butter on top. I did not do that in these. And so what I'm going to need to do, so there's two ways you can do this. You can, if you're doing these for gifts, you can either just give it to them straight like this because it has a beautiful chocolatey aroma. The shea butter and the cocoa butter, they just work so well together. So really you can't go wrong just giving the straight butters and oils that you've mixed together with love and care in these beautiful little jars. And your family will enjoy it. So what I'm going to show you next is how I would make the blend with essential oils. So the first essential oil blend that I'm going to make is called Girl's Best Friend, okay? And this is a combination of essential oils that really help to support a woman's natural hormonal system, really allowing us to be able to enjoy more happy moments during every single moment of our month. And so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to prepare a 3% dilution of this for the body butter. So what that means is, since this is a 1 ounce carrier of butter, I want to make a 3% dilution, which means that I'm going to be using somewhere between 15 to 18 drops of essential oil. But I'm also going to be using 6 different oils. So if anybody out there likes to do maths, if I'm using 6 different oils and I'm going to use them all equally, how many drops of each do I need to do to make a 3% dilution? So I'm going to give you guys a moment to do that figuring, and I'm going to tell you once again that I'm using 1 ounce of carrier, a 3% dilution, and 1 ounce of carrier is 15 to 18 drops of essential oil total, okay? So if I'm using 15 drops or 18 drops of essential oil, and I have 6 different oils that I'm using, how many drops of each oil would I need to use? All right, and while you're thinking of that, please type it into the comments. And if you're watching this after the replay, please type it into the comments. And Lula, you are correct. 3 drops of each. Good, you got the maths. So I'm gonna start with fennel. And what I'm gonna do first, because I wanna check the aroma, I'm just gonna put 1 drop of each. So 1 drop of fennel. And you have to be really careful when you're dropping essential oils because each essential oil has a different viscosity, meaning each essential oil has a different ability to pour. Some pour faster than others and some pour slower than others. So for example, a citrus oil has much smaller molecules, primarily limonene, so they're gonna drip very fast. So I have to be very quick on the draw if I'm just trying to get 1 drop of essential oil. Same with geranium. Geranium has geraniol in there, which is a monoterpenol. So it's a monoterpenol, and that means it's an alcohol. Beautiful, beautiful monoterpenol that actually is very supportive of relaxing the body. Okay, this is clary sage, my absolute favorite. I'm going to put 1 drop of clary sage. A little goes a long way with clary sage, and a little goes a long way with geranium. I was not a floral person before I got into essential oils. As a matter of fact, I could not stand floral oils, and geranium was my least favorite. But I've learned that I have a fire personality. I'm a Leo if you subscribe to astrology, and I'm also a Pitta personality if you ascribe to Ayurveda. And so it's very important that I get those floral oils in because they help to balance. This here is ylang-ylang. Ylang-ylang is a beautiful oil for women. It's a beautiful oil for men too. This oil helps with libido. Clary sage, ylang-ylang, geranium, those are all libido helping oils. If you are a woman of a certain age and you have kids and you're finding it hard to get the gumption up to, you know, have a good time, then you might want to try some clary sage, ylang-ylang on your abdomen, maybe some geranium. All right, so here, this one here is Roman chamomile. So like I said, this is a girl's best friend. This is also can be a guy's best friend because all of these oils are going to be very sedative and very soothing. So what I wanted to do was take a drop of each one of these oils. So now I have 6 oils in here. And I just wanted to give it a smell because you don't want to add all your oils and then hope for the best. So this is where the finesse comes in making your own aromatic products. You really do have to use your nose. And I suggest having some coffee beans nearby so that you can clear your palate. Because I know of the beautiful aromas of these oils, I am going to use 3 fennel. Well, actually I'm going to use 2 fennel. So I'm going to put 1 more fennel because fennel is pretty strong. So I'm going to do 2 fennel, and I'm going to write this down so that I know exactly how many drops of fennel I use in my little notebook here. And then bergamot is awesome. So I've already put 1 drop. I'm going to put 3 more drops. So that's 4 drops of bergamot. Okay, bergamot is my favorite oil in the morning. It really helps to set the tone of my day. And yes, I just absolutely love it. Okay, another one that's really strong and pervasive, meaning that it will go a long way in the blend, is geranium. So I'm only going to add 1 more drop. So if you're keeping track, oh shoot, that was 2 more drops. So now I've just added 2 drops of geranium. So, okay, so if you're keeping track, I've done 4 drops of bergamot, 3 drops of geranium, and 2 drops of fennel for a grand total of 9 of my 18 drops. So now what I have left is the Roman chamomile and the ylang-ylang and the clary sage, okay? So I could do equal portions of each, but again, we have some oils that are very, very strong. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to give us 1 more drop of ylang-ylang. Let me smell it. Okay. That's good. So we did 2 drops of ylang-ylang. I'm going to write that down. I'm only going to do 1 drop. No, I'll do 2 drops of Roman chamomile too. So 2 drops of Roman chamomile. Roman chamomile is a beautiful antispasmodic, meaning that if you suffer with muscle spasms, you can use this topically and it can really, really be powerful and supportive. All right, so if you're keeping track, we now have 2 drops of ylang-ylang, 2 drops of Roman chamomile, 4 drops of bergamot, that's 8, 2 drops of fennel, that's 10, and 3 drops of geranium for 13. And then I'm just going to go for 2 more drops of clary sage. Okay. So now that's a total of 15 total drops for our 3% dilution. And oh my Lord, this smells amazing. So I'm going to put the cap on there because I don't want it to evaporate. And then I'm going to go ahead and melt one of my beautiful butters here just by putting it back into a container with hot water. I'm going to let it melt, and then I'm going to pour it into here to make our first scented body butter. All right, so I hope this was helpful for you. Please go back and watch the other 2 videos where I show you how to make this beautiful body butter from start to finish. And if you have any questions for me, please feel free to message me right here on this video or shoot me a direct message. I would love to hear from you, especially if you try making this butter for yourself. I want to know how it comes out. And if you have any questions about other types of aromatherapy products you can make, like for example, I'm going to be making an herbalicious scent. I'm going to be making a pain be gone scent, and I'll be making a relaxation. I wanted to call it Calgon, take me away, but that's already been taken. So I wanted to, yeah, and then also after I make these, I want you guys to submit names. Okay, so I will be posting the recipes to these butters that I've done on my Everyday Aromatherapy and Essential Yoga Facebook page. And I would love for you to come over to that page and submit your name for these butters. So I'm going to put the different recipes, and then I'm going to ask you, what would you call this? And I want like a catchy name, you know, something that is, you know, like, so the title of this video is Girlfriend's Best Friend. That's because a lot of the oils that are in here help with your hormone support. When I do the oils that are for antispasmodic, for herbalicious or pain relief or relaxation, then we can come up with other cool names. So I hope that you guys will help me come up with names for these beautiful body butters. And I hope that the family and friends who are getting these will love them because they're made with so much love. All right, you guys have an awesome, awesome day. I'll talk to you soon.